Everybody listen to me, teacher. Come on, shake, shake, shake. Hello, once again on the platform of Teleteacher. This time around, today, we are discussing elements to drama. Like I promised last time that I will be coming on set with one or two actors so that we demonstrate exactly what we're talking about. And today, I'm lucky that I have a wonderful, upcoming, lovely young lady. And you can introduce yourself.
My name is Rebecca Kayuko.
Yes, and that's Rebecca. And today, she's going to help me discuss this particular topic. Elements of drama. First of all, I want to talk about elements. What are elements? When we want to describe a car, there are parts of a car that when you mention, even when you're in the house and there's a car outside and you say, I've got a car outside, you're going to talk about wheels, you're going to talk about the tank, fuel for gas, you're going to talk about the steering, you're going to talk about other elements that constitute a car or constitute that machine to be called a car. If it's a bicycle, technically we're talking about two wheels and a saddle and something like that. So those are the elements, and I want to start from there so that we talk about now elements to drama or to a play. How do we start it?
Can we start with the plot?
The plot, yes. The plot, I want to make it very basic. If you want to build a house, you want to build a hospital, you want to build a school, when you go to the authorities, the local authorities, they will give you land according to the size of what you want to build. If it's domestic and you want a house, it will be according to the measurements of a house. If it's a school, it will be according to the measurements of a school. If it's a hospital, according to the measurements of the hospital. If it's a football ground, stadium, it will be according to the measurements that you require to build that particular structure on. So a play has a plot. What is a plot in a play? The plot is the sequence of events from where the play has to start through the climax, or whether the climax is going to be at the end or whatever it is, up to the end. So the events follow one after the other, and that is the plot in the play.
Okay, so just like everything else, we just don't start from anywhere, we start from the plot.
From the beginning, yes, the plot. So from the beginning up to the end.
Okay, so can you talk about character?
Yes, character. Simple. Characters, it's the people that will tell a story. There's a story to the play. What is a story? There will be characters in there. And when I talk about characters in a play, I always want to talk about the drama triangle. Meaning to say, most of the stories, they will have the victim. And there will be somebody who will come to inflict pain, who will victimize the victim. And then eventually there's going to be the hero that comes to redeem or rescue the situation or something like that. So there are three things: the victim, the person that comes to inflict the villain, and of course the hero. So these three mostly are the ones that tell the story. So you will see that in a play.
So we're talking about main character.
Yes, the main character, but mainly the main character might even be the hero.
Oh, the hero. Yes.
Mostly, actually, that's the main hero. So somewhere he will come and people have got to love him.
Yeah, so what do you have to say about supporting characters?
Yes, supporting characters can be there. There are so many supporting characters, but three. And if you're a critic and you're watching a movie or a play, you are an upcoming actress, you should be able to see these things. That's why sometimes when people write scripts, they have nothing. You find that there's nothing. Someone is writing and you want to follow the story and you can't pick anything. Mm-hmm. So for you now, whatever you watch, yes, it's entertainment, but be able to look out for these. Then they'll make sense. So what we're talking about is to add value to acting, or add value to performance, add value to drama.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you please shed more light on thought? What is thought in drama?
Thought in drama is theme. It's a theme. We're talking about a theme. What do you want to write about? Do you want to write about the calamities in the world? Do you want to write about maybe global warming? You know, right now there's a play that I love so very much. It's called Eddie the Penguin Saves the World. You know, it's a Western play, and in this particular one, Eddie the Penguin realized that where they were, the glaciers, the ice, where they used to slide, where they used to play, the ice is no longer there. So he calls the family and said, there's something wrong here. So from there, they agreed with the family. He said, let's go and visit the polar bears. So they went to see the polar bears. When they go to the polar bears also said, yeah, look, I mean, we also wondering because the glaciers, the ice, where we used to slide, where we used to have a good time, they're no longer there. It's like ice is melting quickly. From there, Eddie the Penguin simply says, oh, look here, but where should we go? They go to England. They get to England and they find there, people go to school. When they're going to school, they've got 4 children. The father and the mother, each one of them has a car. Ooh, that's so much energy you're using, you know, the fumes and the rest of it. You mean they can't walk to school? They can't skip to school? They can't scoot to school? They can't easy things that are healthy as well. So they wondered, Eddie wondered, ooh, what am I going to do? They move away and they go to America. When they get to America, they find that lights there never go off. They're ever on, ever on. No, you can't have it in the world like that. Because so much energy, there's so much wastage of energy. They said, what are we going to do? They leave United States of America. Where do they go? To Brazil. When they get into Brazil, they just find the lumberjacks. They're cutting the trees. Excuse me, you guys, what's happening here? And they're told, no, we're going to have a carnival. And all of a sudden, the carnival comes, they colorful, whatever, samba, they're dancing, and this. Where are they going? The arena is cutting, they've cut off the trees, and they want people to, already, they're cutting the trees. We're talking about global warming. They tell them, no, guys, you can't do this. From there, they leave and they go to Australia. Oh, they find it's filthy there. Everything, people just throw any plastics, paper, whatever, tins and this and that. No, there they are told, no. We want to teach you something. The papers should be in their own bins. The cans in their own bins. The bottles in their own bin, so that afterwards they can be taken and then be recycled again. That's Eddie the Penguin. I'm talking about the play now here.
Mesmerizing. I felt like I was watching the whole. You said it's a play?
It's a play. Wow. It's a musical. Wow. And from Australia, what do they go now? They go to South Africa. We have added something there because we said, the penguins, we can go to Zambia because we are only penguins. Where can we slide? So on big screen, they watch now how Zambia now is trying to stop the Chitemene system where people cut the trees and this and that. What I'm trying to say is, thought is a theme. So the writer in this particular one said, I'm going to write about global warming and what is happening right now. We have got tsunamis, mudslides. Look at the rains, floods in many countries. Many countries now we're talking about Cyclone Fred, like in this part of Africa. Oh, yeah. So the thought is a theme.
Okay. So from thought we move to diction.
Dictionary. Diction is from dictionary, meaning the pronunciation of words. The clarity. Enunciation, meaning you've got non-vowel letters like B, T, H, whatever. You know, are you pronouncing them correctly? The vowels, are you pronouncing them correctly? And if it's a word, you want to say, is it candle? Is it candle? But when you go into the dictionary, it's written candle, not candle. Words like kettle. Kettle is for what? For making a cup of tea or coffee. While cattle is cows. You know, the kind of a thing.
Sorry to cut you short. So, like, how vital is this diction when it comes to drama?
It is important. It's very, very important. It's very vital, as you put it, because any mispronunciation of a word to mean something else. In a local language, like in Zambia, you can say, Yesu ni mpanga. Yesu ni mpanga. Yesu ni mpanga is sheep. Sheep. Pronunciation, sheep is impanga. Yesu ni mpanga. No, Yesu is not a bush. You know, that kind of a thing. So any mispronunciation, whether it's local language, whether it's English, whether it's French, you've got to pronounce properly. Then people are going to get, the audience is going to get exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Okay, so from diction we move to spectacle.
Spectacle. Is it spectacle intention?
Spectacle.
Just spectacle. You know, a play should have something significant. It's something to remember about. It's not just a play. You write a play, oh, I've written a play. No, when the people come, it's either the set, they will remember something. Oh, that play, look at the set, it was like this, and there they did this. It should have a certain aspect or certain aspects that will make it be remembered. It's pointless to go and watch a play. You come out and then somebody says, what was it about? And then you say, I don't know, but you went to watch.
So in simpler terms, you put, how would you put it? Like I'm trying to remember a movie that I watched like back then. Then I'm trying to remind you to say that movie. Like I have something to point at.
Yes.
Okay, this is what. Okay.
Rebecca, that's it. Something to point at, something significant, something you can say, yes, that is the way it was. That's a spectacle. It has to be a wow. Not just a play of doing it. No. It has to be a wow. Something to remember that play with.
All right. So from spectacle we move to song.
Song is like even music or something like that. People put in sometimes songs. That's why every time there's a movie, whether you like it, you can't divorce the movie or a play from the sound and the song. It has to be there because it helps the mood. Create a mood that you want. Is it a funeral? Is it somebody longing for somebody? Like I remember some of the songs. We're going to sing a lot of them, yes, but it adds. You can't divorce sound. That's why you see in movies a lot of songs that are there, they acknowledge and they paid a lot of money. So even when you're doing a play, come up with a deliberate songs, deliberate sound that will help you tell the mood of a person or exactly the story that you're talking about.
Okay, so it's that simple.
Yeah.
Then from song we move to tension.
Yeah, tension. It's creating anticipation. Something scary, something significant, something dramatic. The tension, it's like, for instance, the good guy.
Like something that would have you sit at the edge of your seat, like you.
That's what you want, Rebecca. I don't want my plays. People just come and they're so comfortable. No, from one event to the next, they should be able to. People should look out for the script. We are going to be doing a script early April called True Horizon. It's something else.
Wow.
You have to sit just at the edge of the seat and watch. In theater, now theaters, people go there making noise and drunk, or there won't be time for that. If a play is written nicely and well, that noise is not going to be there because people will be concentrating. They want to hear. They want to see what next comes.
It just has your mind blown. Like you just want to concentrate on the. Oh.
Yeah, it captures you. You concentrate. You're lost into watching it.
Wow. Okay. Last but not the least, we have language.
Language is important because when the writer writes, you write whether it's in the night, you're alone. There's a way that somebody writes. It's going to be a classical, or it may be English, or is it modern setup? The kind of language will be like modern setup. If it's in the Victorian type, the language changes as well. So even the actors, you have to change the language. You have to change the language. And in fact, the language, even when you bring in different, like there's an odd person and this and that, if you're a writer, be clever so that you write even when the person speaks. They speak from the character point of view, that kind of a thing. Because like I'm going to talk about the language and of course even the character to say, I don't know whether I explained that it's your inner emotions, the inner emotions that go to tell, portray and translate the emotions of the person, of the role that you've been given. You are Rebecca, you've got your own internal emotions or inner emotions. Then in the play, there's this other character, Jenny. You have to understand the emotions of Jenny. But you have got to use your inner emotions. Remember, If Jenny in that play was disappointed, or Jenny lost the mother, you have to remember when you lost somebody so dear to you. Those emotions will help you depict or portray effectively the emotions of the person in the play. And that's why when people say, if I want you to cry, you will cry. You will cry. Because I will have to tell you how you can bring out that emotion for you to depict correctly. Drama is about to make believe. Make the audience believe that you've been insulted, or you are upset. Make them believe that you are very ill. Make them believe that you are dead if they shoot you. Boom, boom. Even the dying should be very effective and accurate. You die nicely, if there is anything like that. Yes, Rebecca. Mm-hmm.
Oh my, so like character and language move together.
Yes, you've got to understand the language that has been there. Like I think Offset, when we're talking about, you had said something like, is it okay that I add in local language in the lines have been given, when the director hasn't given you? No, you can't do that. Okay. It's the director who should make a decision for you and say, okay, yeah, you go English, but add in a local language. You have to be in agreement with the director. Okay. Yeah, so language is very, very important. And how you speak it, it can be any local language. Also speak it to standard of that language. That's why when people are talking about English, it's not like you have got to speak English better than the English themselves. No. You have to speak English standard, being able to be understood. Yes, for us Africans, we've got that accent, the tongue is heavy, that's how they hear us. But we should be able to be heard still when we act before them. Okay. So language is important.
Beautiful. I think we end here for now.
We end here. Thank you so much. But now we're going to do the last activity.
Okay.
I promise that we're going to do some activity. And today we're going to talk about the Meisner drama technique. Okay. The Meisner drama technique is it has got a certain name. For instance, if I'll do it louder. I love that.
Right.
The ouch is a pinch and ouch. The Meisner technique is a pinch and ouch, meaning to say, if I'm good, you, an upcoming actress, you will draw your energies from me. You will be as good as I want you to be because you are getting it from me. So the pinch and ouch, the same way you respond is the way you're going to respond on set. Maybe a minute we can get into one act. Okay, stand by. Action. You were the nurse on duty yesterday afternoon.
Yes, I was.
You didn't see anything queer in the ward?
No.
As doctor in charge, I got some reports that on bed number 2, the patient was mistreated. No, say something. The patient was not given food. The patient was not given any water. The patient wanted to be taken to the bathroom. Nobody attended to the patient.
What happened was I got very busy.
You were there.
I was standing in for someone else.
Who is that?
Nurse Lily was one who was supposed to be.
No. Listen, you can stand in, but look here. In fact, why stand in? Now you've got to explain about this patient on bed number 2.
I couldn't deal with her. She was very stubborn. What else was I supposed to do?
A patient? You are trained. A patient? Cut. I can, for instance, maybe say, we let's resolve into this act. I found you at a scene where something was stolen, and so we are going to do this act now. But I think I've seen you somewhere. Was it in church or where? Your face is familiar.
My face looks familiar?
Yes, and I'm not surprised, but I think it's familiar. But anyway, my point is, what do you know about that lost bag?
Lost bag.
Look here, I found you near a place where a bag has been lost.
I don't understand. Like you just.
Listen, it will make life very easy. Just tell me,
I was just passing there.
did you see anybody there?
Not that I remember.
So you were just passing and never saw anybody?
I was just innocently passing. I did not see anybody.
Why you use the word innocently passing? I'm not accusing you.
You sound like you're accusing me.
No, I'm not accusing you. What I'm asking is, would you know what happened to the bag that was there?
Now that I remember, I think I met this guy who looked suspicious.
Not you?
Not me.
Cut. So we've done a spontaneous one. We come out of it. We've done a spontaneous one. I didn't even warn you, but the whole thing is we wanted to see how we can achieve the pinch and ouch. And we will do more of these as time goes on this platform. Meanwhile, thank you very much. Until next time, this has been Azalaza Goodson Mbewe with teleteacher and
Rebecca.
yes, thank you.
Hachai, 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 hachai.